School and the South River Rams. Well, hi, everybody. I'm Craig Scupp along with Mark Gregory. And tonight, Mark, we travel down to chilly Monmouth County, 30 degrees at game time. Rams trying to bounce back from last week's disappointing 22-14 loss at Denny Stadium to New Brunswick. South River, after that tremendous 3-0 start, the Rams of Bill Shuteri have lost 3 out of their last 4.
Well, it's going to be hard coming off a game, again, a big game like that and losing. They're going to be a little bit down. It's going to be hard to get psyched up for tonight's game. And Homdel certainly is psyched. Last year they lost to the Rams, and this year they're going to be looking for a little bit of revenge.
Rams have won the toss, elected to receive. Rams in the home gray trimmed with maroon. The Hornets in the blue jerseys and the white trim. They come in with a record of 4-3 under Greg Semenza, 10-year head coach here at Homdel. Wins over St. John Vianney, Pineland, Monterey, and Red Bank. Big win last week over Red Bank, 7-6 upset. Red Bank was 4-2 going into that contest. The losses, Rumson, Keensburg, tough loss at Keensburg. The Hornets led Keensburg 13-0 at halftime, and they were beaten by the Metuchen Bulldogs 12-0 2 weeks ago up at Edgar Field. And they're a Group 2 school, Mark. I guess Homdel, with the last 2 years to play both South River and Metuchen. It's just tough for them to find opponents down here in Monmouth County.
Well, yeah, that's right. In the county, there's not that many high schools, so they have to look elsewhere, and they're going to play. I don't know next year if they're going to be on the schedule with South River.
It's possible not. Rams are considering it. I hear scheduling St. Pius again. So this could be the final time the Rams ever play the Hornets, have a 1-0 series lead on them. Beat them last year 21-6 at Denny Stadium. Michael Binns had 2 touchdowns in that game. And the Rams held the Hornets to 76 yards rushing and just 37 yards passing. Really for home, they'll look for John Mandini leading scorer with 8 touchdowns. So they'll primarily stay on the ground like most clubs.
Well, again, South River's faced a lot of teams like themselves that just keep the ball on the ground. And their defense is pretty good. So they should have no problem defensing this Homdel team.
Number 11, Tom Saluco, kicking off, taken by one of the upbacks, guard Smalley, breaks to the right side of his field, now cuts inside, wrestled down by number 70, Joe Capsis. The Rams will start this drive 1st and 10. The offense of South River comes in averaging 15 per ball game.
Craig, Tom Chivkowski will be out tonight with a bruised knee, so he won't be in the lineup.
We'll also have to see how much Larry Crawford, who missed most of last week's loss with a knee injury, he is dressed. And we'll see just how much playing time the sophomore is given. First offensive series on the game for South River to give the guard Smalley off right side for a couple. Brought down by Todd Levin, junior defensive end. And Mark, how tough it is for a ball club, South River now for the 2nd straight year did not make the state playoff. Playing this game, almost a meaningless game, and then one more contest Thanksgiving against Saraville.
It's tough. South River's not used to that. They're usually in that state playoff. It's a big change for them.
Stay on the ground, Joe Chipkowski. Brought down by number 70, Joe Kapskis. 6-foot senior. So a 3rd down now for South River. Rams working from their own 29-yard line. We're a minute and a half in. First quarter, they have Jim Mackwitz, the backup quarterback receiver, to give to Chipkowski, close to a 1st down. Todd Levin on the stop. And Chipkowski picks it up. Joe, the leading scorer for Bill Shuteri's squad, 8 touchdowns on the year for 48 points. Had a touchdown last week, catching an 11-yard pass from Mike Lepore. So Bob Ballas is wide left for Bill Shuteri's squad. Chipkowski, the lone setback, pitch to Joe Chipkowski off the left side, and he is met there by number 36, Tom Dexter. That Hornet defense, the ends, Tim Hefferon and Dennis Stritt, Joe Kapsis and Brian Neihart, the tackles, the 4 linebackers, Mike Miller, Bob Baker, Mark DeVito, and Tom Dexter, and the secondary, Tom Saluco, Bill Vernino. Looks like Scott Geisler out there, number
think maybe right now the Rams might be testing that secondary on this 2nd and long.
Craig Bailey to the right, Ron Sadowski left, Laporte to throw on 2nd down, Pumps in trouble, let's fly deep for Sadowski, nearly picked off by number 15, Scott Geisler, 5'9" junior, and that's been the combination, Laporte and Sadowski.
And he was looking for Sadowski over the middle on like a delay pattern. He came out, fake to the right, cut over the middle, and Laporte had a little bit of trouble. I think Ron was open, and he just couldn't get the ball. He was forced out of the pocket, and he had to throw deep. He should have probably not have thrown that pass, almost intercepted.
Rams faced with a 3rd and 8. Todd Check and Joe Chipkowski in the backfield for South River. And around to Ron Sadowski. He's met there by Tom Dexter, junior linebacker, and that'll kill the Ram drive.
And that didn't fool anybody, Craig. Good defense on the part of Homdel. Their backside stayed home, and they made the play.
Loss of 5, so the Rams faced with a 4th and 15, and Craig Bailey has come on to punt it away. Lone setback for Homdel is John Mendini. Craig Bailey's had a solid year punting for South River. Gets it away. Looks like Homdel may have got a piece of that ball. South River roll. He touched dead about midfield, so good pressure from the Hornets, and Homdel start their first drive with excellent field position.
I think they probably scouted that, Craig. You know, Craig has been having trouble with coming up too far to the line. So many times his punts, he's just gotten away before the pressure was there. And again, we're back in the same situation. The Rams, bad field position, and they give Homdel great field position.
So it looks like Larry Crawford will not start at nose guard. Let's see if we see him out there. Sid Crawford starting at linebacker, along with Check and Chipkowski. Saluco keeps it on the ground. Tom Dexter, the carry, gets it up to the line of scrimmage where he runs into Paul Barklow and Nowicki. Up front for South River, the ends are Paul Barklow and John Murphy. Tackles are Nowicki, looks like Shern.
They're playing 40 defense, Craig, so they have 4 linebackers, Crawford, Smalley, Chipkowski, and Sheck.
Mike Dean, Tom Eicher, looks appears possibly Ron Sadowski, the other cornerback. Man in motion for Homdel, 2nd and 9. Saluco to throw, it's complete. Has the tight end, Brandon Rosser, 6'2" senior. First down, 15-yard pickup.
Top pass right over the middle, and the South River defensive end did not jam, enabled the tight end to get out into the open for the reception.
The ball's at the South River 36-yard line, 1st and 10. They send Brandon Rosser wide left, backs are split. 6:50 to play here, first quarter, no score. Saluco on the option, keeps it, has running room. He may go all the way, late penalty flag. So Saluco scores from 36, but hold everything, probably against Homdel.
I think it was a clip. So again, the veer option, giving the Rams trouble, and it's a clip. It's going to go against Homdel. Erase everything, Craig.
We talked earlier in the year with Rob Leaf has some success off that option. You don't see too many teams run that kind of a variation of not necessarily a wishbone, but definitely off the option. You get a quick quarterback. Rams have had trouble with that.
And and I know some people saying, you know, we could defense that. And you can, but kids, they got faked out time. The defensive end went for the fake, and the linebacker was outside, and the quarterback was quick. He cut it right up the field.
That sends the ball back to the Homdel 48-yard line.
Big break for the Rams, and they look flat.
Call it 1st and 25. Rosser is wide left. Ball is loose. And South River has it. It's like Ray Spragus, number 59, picked that up. Rams get a break there. They're near touchdown.
They didn't even look excited with that fumble. I mean, the sidelines gave a little cheer. They didn't look like they had the energy in them. And you're just not going to win a football game if you're flat.
1st and 10 South River from their own 46. Ron Sadowski wide left. Lepore rolling out on 1st down. Now cuts inside for maybe a half a yard. Good defense there by Homdel. He converged right on Lepore and couldn't find an open receiver.
Lepore sent one receiver deep up the right sideline. I think it was number 87.
Ball carried by Lepore. 2nd and 9. Long 9.
Craig Bailey was up the sidelines, and he just didn't have him open.
A gain of a yard by Michael Lepore. 2nd and 9. Misdirection play, guard Smalley lost a couple. Late fumble, but I think they'll rule it down. So Mark, the defensive Homdel certainly fired up on a very cold night.
They look good. They look very, very excited about the game and pumped up, and they just outplaying the Rams so far. One bad break, you know, they should be up 7-0 right now.
Loss of 2, 3rd, and call it 12. Lepore back to throw over the middle. It's complete to Joe May, close to a 1st down. Brought down by number 83, Brandon Rosser, and Joe May caught a touchdown pass in the first game against Bishop R, but hasn't been utilized that much since the opening contest.
That was a good play, Craig. He just did a curl over the middle. He went to the marker, knew what he had to get for 1st down yardage. Lepore put the ball a little high, but he put it there. That's all that matters. Nice grab.
Got the 1st down on that. 1st and 10 South River. 44-yard line. They give to Joe Shipkowski off left tackle. Moves it across the 40 to about the 38. About a 7-yard pick. I will call it 2nd and 3. Joe Shipkowski leaves the ball game. He's replaced by Jim Macklitz. Rams going with 2 wide receivers. Macklitz right, Sadowski left. Give it on the ground. The fullback, Todd Check, has the 1st down. Tripped up by number 82, Bob Baker, 5'10" senior. Another 1st down for South River. Rams got to score early and establish tempo of the ball game.
Well, right now they are. They seem to turn things around a little bit. They're looking good. Nice pass play, opened up the run. 2 good runs up the middle. They keep this tempo going, they'll put it in.
1st and 10 on the 33-yard line.
Rams at the 33-yard line. Lepore to throw on 1st down. Incomplete, right to the hands of Tom Saluco. And that kills the South River drive.
Looked like Mike was leading Sadowski. Looked like he anticipated Sadowski to cut over the middle, put it to an area, and Ron just wasn't there. So that just erases what I just said. They're not keeping the tempo. They give the ball right back. But Homdale not in such good field position, so the Rams could hold them here and get a punt. They'll have some field position.
Homdel will start this drive 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. No score, 3:25 to play 1st quarter. So Luca off the option. Wrestled down by number 64, John Murphy. Gain of a couple. John Murphy had a solid season at defensive end for Bill Shateri.
He did, and it's too bad for, you know, he's a senior. I'm sure he'd like to make the playoffs, and their team just didn't make it there. He's been having a good year, and he's also the center going both ways.
A gain of 3 by Saluco. 2nd and 7. Levin and Rosser to the right. Backs are split. Saluco pitches, cuts inside, breaking a couple tackles. That's Mike Gervolino, excuse me.
And that's just fundamentals. When you make that hit, you got to wrap your arms. The Rams just have to execute that.
Mike Gervolino, 5'10", junior fullback. 3rd and a long 2 for Homdel.
Yeah, 3rd and 2 on the 28.
And now Sid Crawford has lined up his nose guard. Larry Crawford out due to the injury. 3rd and a long 2, keep it on the ground. And John Murphy on that tackle, wrestling down John Mendini. Talked about Murphy, read that play.
He read it nice, came up, made the tackle. Good defensive end play.
They mentioned the Ram defense can hold. They can start their next drive with good field position. They'll send Joe Chipkowski, guard Smalley, and Joe Drum back deep. They're waiting at about midfield. First quarter winding down, 1:15 remaining. Like Tom Dexter, number 36, back to punt for Greg Simmons' ball club. Taken by Joe Drum at his own 48, breaking a couple tackles and met at midfield by number 70, Joe Cassis. Joe Drum, this season, I thought has played very well in special teams.
He's done a good job all around this year. He's another senior. They moved him around a lot, from wing back to line. So he's been playing everywhere, and you know, you just got to contribute and do what you can.
So Rams send Ballas right, Sadowski left, Joe Chipkowski, the lone setback. Give to Joe Chipkowski, hit behind the line of scrimmage, gets back to maybe the line of scrimmage. Brought down by number 70, Joe Cassis. So called 2nd and a long 9, maybe a half a yard for the senior Joe Chipkowski. Just one more game for Joe. Thanksgiving away at Saraville. Laporta throw on 2nd down, scrambling out of the pocket, complete. The guard Smalley out of bounds, about maybe a 2-yard pickup. The defensive line of Homdel has been making some progress. We'll talk about that. We'll be back with 2nd quarter action in just a moment. Craig Scupp along with Mark Gregory. 2nd quarter action here from Homdel High School. No score. Rams faced with a 3rd and 8 at the Homdel 48-yard line. Laporta throw, pumps. Lets it fly, looking deep. Intercepted once again. This time by number 83, Brandon Rosser. Mike Laporte wishes he had that one back. His 2nd interception on the night.
I'll tell you, Craig, he had time. He was in the pocket. He just scrambled out. He did have time. There was really no pressure. Just stepped up and went. I think he should have probably ran with the ball. He had one guy, could probably beat him to the sideline and just ran out.
Brandon Rosser, Mark, a big kid, 6'2", towering over Ron Sadowski. So you heave that ball up, got the size to pick it off easily.
Exactly. You're not going to get a tip or a Ron jumping over him. So
they send Rosser wide left. 1st and 10. Keep it on the ground to Mendini. John gets a couple. So 2 possible Ram drives just stymied by the interception.
Turnovers, they'll kill you. They'll lose a game for you. You can't have those mental breakdowns.
23-yard line.
So second down from the Homdel 23. So Luco back to throw. Plenty of time. Deflected out of bounds. Nice coverage over there by Todd Check. Oh, guard Smalley. Smalley doing a good job on Tom Dexter coming out of the backfield.
The ball actually bounced off Guard's helmet, and Check almost had a shot at it, but couldn't grab it.
We'll call it 3rd and 7. 10:41 remaining. Second quarter, no score. Second ever meeting between the Hornets and the Rams of South River. Mentioned earlier, Rams winning last year at Denny Stadium 21-6. Right now we have a timeout on the field. Let's take a break. No score. Rams and Hornets. You're watching South River TV 35. So call it 3rd and 7 for Homdel. Passing situation. So Luco back to throw. Under pressure from Murphy. Threw it out of bounds. Well, again, John Murphy's having a good first half.
He is. Couple nice tackles. That time he had a near sack. And the quarterback did a smart thing for Homdel. He just let the ball go. You know, he had a receiver in the area, threw it away, so there's no loss.
Deep backs for South River, Joe Chipkowski, Joe Drum, and Gart Smalley. As we wait the boot from Tom Dexter. 6-foot junior. Nice kick. Joe Chipkowski should feel it at his own 43. Cuts along the near sideline. Finally brought down inside Homdel territory, about the 48-yard line of the Hornets. A couple of reminders upcoming on TV 35. Some more sports coverage. Monday night, 7 o'clock. The South River Little Knights of Columbus involved in the Pop Warner Classic. And they'll be taking on Marlboro Township. The junior Pee-wees in that title contest. We'll have it for you Monday night at 7 o'clock. The site has been changed. Was originally supposed to be in Manalapan. The game will be played at Freehold Regional. So it'll be South River Little Knights, junior Pee-wees, against Marlboro Township Monday night, airtime 7 o'clock. Here's Joe Chipkowski on first down, still going. Tripped up for about a 14-yard gain. Had one man to beat, and Ron Sadowski was out there blocking for him.
Had a nice effort by Joe. He just kept his legs going, broke through the line, and he had a nice run. One guy, and he was gone. It's very important that you get that downfield blocking. Your spread ends and stuff, they can make a key block to really spring a runner when they get out in the open field.
First down for South River at the Hornets 34. Sadowski wide left, ballast to the right. Give the fullback Todd check. Spun off a tackle from Dexter for a couple of yards. Todd Check is one of the many sophomores, saw a lot of action this year.
That's the good thing about the Ram team this year. A lot of young players, a lot of experience coming into next year. And they should have a very good team. And it's interesting to see how the Rams will be playing throughout the night. So now that they have no pressure on them, the playoff picture.
Second down, Lepore. Going deep for Sadowski, incomplete. Had coverage there from number 15, Scott Geisler.
They went for it all on that play, and they just didn't have anybody open. And Mike was going for one receiver, and that was Ron Sadowski down the sideline.
That little curl in last week over the middle worked well with Sadowski against New Brunswick. And it worked well for New Brunswick, too, with Sean Murphy.
Well, that was tough with New Brunswick. We just weren't getting the coverage from our D-back. They were giving too much cushion. So I think they should run that play with Ron.
3rd and 7, draw play. Joe Chipkowski puts his head down, gets it up to about the 25-yard line. Appears to be about a yard short.
This would be interesting here. As you see, in the pros, sometimes they line everybody up tight and run the tight end to the end zone or something.
Rams been trying a lot of field goals. Mike Laporte has converted on 3, missed one last week. Personal best this year, 32 yards against Carteret. Rams are going for it. 4th and a yard. Makowitz is split left. Sadowski to the right. Give to Joe Chipkowski. Has the first down and more.
Rams spread everything out that play and made it look like they might, go for the pass, and they just gave it right to Joe at the middle, and that play's been working good so far.
So the ball's now at the 21-yard line of Homdel. Sadowski to the right. Laporte calling signals. Hands it off to Chekhov right side. Runs into number 40, Mike Gervolino. Gain of 3. Call it 2nd and 7 as Mike Dean and Bob Ballas check into the line after replacing Joe May. Ramson, Bob Ballas right, Sadowski left. Quick play there to give the check, try to maybe shake up Homdel with a quick count.
Didn't work. The defense up the middle really held tight, and that's where you really have to, down here inside the 20. You really have to tighten up your D. Although I think the Rams will probably put the ball in the air.
No gain that time. 3rd and 7. Time Craig Bailey is sent to the left. Ryan Sadowski right. Chipkowski the lone setback. Pitch left side of Chipkowski. Has some blocking from Crawford. Close to a first down near the 10-yard line. The far end of the field, so Mark and I, we really can't tell how close that is. They say first down. That time Sid Crawford.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, see, when you have good blocking, the play will work. I mean, any play. Good execution. Chipkowski's a good runner, gets to the outside. And that time the play worked well, and they think they could get a first down here, too.
Looks just outside the 10, so Rams could get a first down at about inside the 1. Give the tie check, fumble, ball is loose, and Mike Dean is there. So the turnovers has hurt South River. The Rams offense has looked pretty sharp. 2 interceptions and a near miscue there by Todd Check.
Well, the luck bounced our way, so you just have to take it in stride.
Remember, last week, Willie Weaver popped loose of the ball. Tom Hiker went 95 yards for the score.
That's the result of, turnovers just will kill you in any game.
Oh, 2nd and 8 from the 8. Rams can get a first down. Left side to Chipkowski. And he wrestled down behind the line of scrimmage. Number 15, Scott Geisler. Rams lost a couple yards. Surprised they didn't throw that time.
Yeah, me too. And I think the reason the turnovers, Craig, on the fumbles tonight, it's a little cold. You get hit in the hand, that you loosen up and the ball scoots free. So especially with catching passes on a night like this, it can get pretty tough.
3rd down from the Homdel 11. 5:20 to play first half. Laporte over the middle, incomplete. Nice coverage there by Rosser. It's going to be tough. Ron Sadowski going against Brandon Rosser. They got some big kids in their secondary. And it appears the Rams are going for a field goal here. Placed at about the 18-yard line. So a 28-yard field goal. Mike Dean will hold. The snap, kick is up, and it wide, way wide to the left. There goes another South River drive.
Craig, you would think, though, there's no pressure. It's not a must-win game. Why go for the field goal? Go for it on 4th down.
That's one of the interesting points this year. The Rams are 4-3, could very easily be 7-0. A couple times against Highland Park, in Metuchen, they made the field goals, but they only had another touchdown, so 10 points. So obviously, it's not that much. And the other team had only needed one touchdown to beat South River, as in Highland Park 7-5, and Metuchen beat the Rams 14-10 because the Rams went for the field goal instead of the touchdown. And it worked out well at that time, but it came back to haunt them.
That's the thing. You know, you can't always rely on that field goal. I mean, your defense this year has held teams to 1, 2 touchdowns, and you still don't even, you know, you lose 3 very close games. It's just tough to wonder, and we have a Ram player down.
Injured Ram player on the field, as we see the trainer Robert Young attending to him. 5 minutes to play, first half. Let's take a break. Hope you're enjoying the action. South River and Homdel. That injured Ram, number 77 sophomore Dennis Nowicki, being helped off the field. He's replaced by number 70 Larry Samuels, 5'11 sophomore. Come on at nose guard. So the Hornets of Homdel, Group 2 school, play in the C division down here in the Shore Conference. So 2nd and 9 for Homdel. Backs the split. Sir Luco off the option. Keeps it. Gets about 6 yards. Art Diem on the stop. We call a 3rd and a long one. 4:15 remaining first half. No score. So 3rd and short for Homdel. Quarterback Keith gets about 5 yards. Diem again on the stop. The Rams suspected that the safety had to make the tackle.
Quick jolt right up the middle, and the Rams nose guard not making the stop. Must have took a side. I couldn't quite see, and the quarterback just went with it.
1st and 10 Hornets working from their own 36-yard line. 3.5 to play here of the first half at Homdel High School. Third night game on the air for South River. So Luco on the option, pitches left side to Mendini, knocked out of bounds. Rams on the year 1-1 in night contest, beat St. Peter's 7-0, and were beaten by Highland Park 7-5. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
And it's interesting, Craig, that South River lost all their games in the last quarter. It's incredible how the luck they've had this year.
There's not much difference between winning and losing, I think, on any level of football. It's a letdown here and there, and you're 4-3 instead of 7-0. So Todd, check that, Brandon Rosser is wide right. Backs are split. It's like an option play possibly. Looking deep for Rosser. He's wide open, incomplete. Tom Dexter off the option. South River's used that play a lot. Not too much success.
No, and you just have to read your key on any play. The tight end blocks down, and you're on the tight end side. It's going to be a run. If he releases for a pass, you better cover him. And that time in the option pass, if you catch the defensive back looking in the backfield, he's going to be caught. He's going to come up, and he's going to get burned.
So 3rd and 7 for Homdel. Saluco set to take the snap from Joe McMurdy. Saluco runs the option, keeps it. Late pitch. They have the first down across the 50 to about the 48-yard line. That time a late pitch to Mike Gervolino surprised the Rams a bit.
Mike Garfolino, Tom Sorluco and him they must practice that a lot because they do that well. The timing's there.
So the Hornets inside Rams territory at the south of a 48-yard line. 2:58 remaining, first half. Craig Scubb along with Mark Gregory. 1st and 10 Hornets. So Luca on the option once again. Pitches to Gervolino. That time, guard Smalley. Along with Ballas. And I see Larry Crawford is checked into the lineup. A good sign for South River.
I was going to say that earlier. Yeah, I saw him in. He's been in. And that just didn't fool the Rams that time. Their pursuit was there. They had good coverage. Didn't work for Homdel.
Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Hornets now working from their own 48-yard line. 2:20 remaining, first half. Saluco to throw on 2nd down. Incomplete, intended for Brandon Rosser. So Brandon Rosser, the top receiver for Greg Simmons' ball club, he's always looking for him. That excellent size.
Well, when you're that big, sometimes you can do the alley-oop pass when you get close down the end zone and just go over the defensive back. The Rams mixing it up in their defensive backfield.
Substitution for Homdel. John Mendini has come on. They send number 21, Kevin Sergio, to the right. 3rd and 13 from the Homdel 48. Like another option play, looking deep for Sergio. Tom Eicher was there, step for step. And sophomore Tom Eicher, not too many kids have beat him this year.
He was right there. He read the play, kept with the receiver, defended it nicely.
With Scott Geisler, the backup quarterback, that's twice they tried the option.
Twice it almost worked. That time still, the pass, it was close.
One of the reasons it may work better than South Riversburg, they're such a run-oriented team with the option. You're so concerned with a quarterback on the option. Is he going to break free or is he going to pitch?
That's right. On South River, they've just, I think, beat that play a little too much.
So Tom Dexter on the booted away. Joe Chipkowski, Joe Drum, and Gart Smalley are back deep for the Rams. Bad snap, gets it away. Chipkowski, and he nails it down at his own 20-yard line. Rams looking for a possible late hit, didn't get the call. The Rams starting deep in their own territory, just 1:56 to play in the first half. The Rams will be content just to run out the clock.
I don't know about that, Craig. Like we said, what do they have to lose? Why not go for it?
Best opportunity for South River. Rams went for a field goal and missed from 28 yards. Had a couple of good drives, but 2 interceptions thrown by Michael Porras nullify that drive. Keep it on the ground to Chipkowski. Runs into Tom Dexter, one of the outside linebackers for Homdel. First half winding down, just 1:25. Gain of 3 by Joe Chipkowski. 2nd and 7. Rams send Sadowski and Smalley to the right. Backs are split. Lepore back to throw on 2nd down. Under heavy pressure. Swing pass. It's complete to check. And a nice play there by one of the linebackers, number 40, Mike Gervolino. And Mike Gervolino's had a good first half. We called his name a lot.
And that time Czech had blockers out in front of him, and he just didn't use them. He didn't cut back. He just put his head down. I think he should have slowed up and used his blockers.
Rams with a 3rd and 6. Half a minute to play in the first half. Lepore rolling left, looking to throw deep. Looking for Craig Bally. Had 2 Hornets with him. Knocked down by number 15, Scott Geisler. Now the Rams, I'm surprised they maybe didn't run that ball that time. That may have killed the clock. Now they'll have to punt away deep in their own territory with 24 seconds. Last time they almost got to Craig Bailey. In fact, got a piece of the ball.
I think though at this stage in the season and this game right now, I think it was good. They went for the touchdown. They tried. Didn't happen. Now they're punting away.
So John Mendini, the junior, waiting at midfield. The punt from Craig Bailey.
Bailey back to punt.
Gets it away. Mendini lets it roll. Touchdown at about the 44-yard line of Homdel. Hornets take a timeout, stops the clock with 14 seconds. So here we may look for the Hornets to go deep to Brandon Rosser. Got some size advantage over the Rams secondary.
And why not? Same situation here for them.
So 14 seconds remaining. Homdel from their own 44. So Luco back to throw. Firing over the middle, hit as he released. Stops the clock with 9 seconds. Rams got good pressure there from Larry Crawford and John Murphy.
There's a penalty on the play.
Penalty flag on the play. Appears to be against South River. I didn't see a flag go down.
I saw the flag go down, but I didn't see any infraction occur.
9 seconds remaining in the half. That'll move the ball inside South River territory to the Ram 45. Defensive holding. So Ray Ruiz trotting on to field. Rams want a timeout. Let's take a break.
Okay, here we go. First and 10, 9 seconds. It's going to be a pass.
So first down, Brandon Rosser is wide left. 9 seconds remaining in the half. Hornets at the Ram 45-yard line. Saluka, the throw. It is complete to Rosser at about the 22-yard line. Hornets stop the clock with 2 seconds.
Eric, that was similar to New Brunswick, the deep pass over the middle.
So 2 seconds remaining. Saluka throws the ball to Rosser, incomplete, and that'll do it for the half. So no scoring here in a very cold night at Homdel High School. We'll be back with third quarter action. The score at halftime, South River nothing and Homdel nothing.
And if you leave me now, you take away the very heart of me. Ooh, no, baby, please don't go.
TV 35 is a volunteer operation. This
This year's football games are being funded by advertising grants from local sponsors. Please support these sponsors who have made this year's football telecast possible. In football, a group of people have to work as a team in order to win. It's that way in business too, and in this area, one of the winning teams is Lee's Auto Parts. That's because they've teamed up with CarQuest to assure you of quality auto parts. Lee's carries quality names in auto parts, such as AP Exhaust, TRW Engine Parts, Blue Streak Ignition, Monroe Shock Absorbers, and so much more. When you need auto parts, remember the winning team, Lee's Auto Parts on Main Street in South River. You're invited to the South River Pub, 66 Main Street, South River. Open daily 3 p.m. to 1:30 a.m., Saturday and Sunday from 1 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Join us for Monday Night Football, a giant TV screen for all sporting events, and enjoy our Sabrett hot dogs. Experience our casual atmosphere and friendly hospitality. We satisfy everyone's taste, offering pub specials 7 days a week at reasonable prices. So come visit us and let us please you. South River High School Booster Club wishes the Rams football team the best of luck this season. The Booster Club also wishes good luck to the soccer, tennis, field hockey, and cross-country team. The Booster Club is a year-round service organization that provides support for all boys and girls teams in the high school. The club has purchased equipment for the school that is used as teaching aids as well as for bodybuilding. Fundraising is done through raffles, 50-50s, pancake breakfast, craft shows, as well as the football refreshment stand. Half of the profit from the stand goes to the junior class every year for their treasury. Be a booster. Join us on Thursdays at 8 p.m. in the home economics room of the high school.
Congratulations. Don't spend it all on the way home. You want that? Frame it. Frame it. So much for that. Thank you.
So Michael Poor sets the kick off, flubs it. Short kick picked up by one of the up back. So the Hornets will start 1st and 10 from their own 38. Sum up the first half mark. Rams had some opportunities, a couple of interceptions, and Rams went for a field goal. Their best try, and just couldn't convert.
And again, we talked about the field goal and should it be true? Should they have gone for it, but they didn't. And we see Michael Port limping off.
Kind of shanked that kickoff, didn't get all of it.
Well, last week we said he did have a bruised instep. That was the word. So that might be acting up.
Starts the second half. Brandon Rosner is wide right, backs are split. 1st and 10 Hornets. Saluka off the option to John Mandini, lost a couple yards.
He ran into big Sid Crawford. Sid made a nice tackle.
Sid's had a real solid season for Bill Shuteri. He's been playing basketball in the winter months for Keith Hudak. I see his brother Larry Crawford has come on. Been seeing sporadic action tonight. Still bothered by that knee injury he suffered last week against New Brunswick. We have an injured Homdel player. Just a reminder, Monday night on TV 35, airtime 7 o'clock, the South River Little Knights Pee-wees will be playing against Marlboro Township, a game that was played Saturday afternoon down at Freehold. They're going for one of the titles in the Junior Pee-wees division. South River Little Knights and Marlboro Township from Freehold Regional High School. Airtime over TV 35, Monday evening at 7 o'clock. was John Mendini, the injured player for Homdel. Had 4 touchdowns. The 48-0 win over Mater Dei. 8 touchdowns on the season. No gain on that carry. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 on the 36.
We're a minute in, 3rd quarter, no score, Rams and Hornets. 2nd ever meeting between these two schools. Rams won last year at Denny, 21-6. So Luco back to throw, under pressure from John Murphy. Swing pass intended for Tom Dexter, incomplete. And John Murphy spent a lot of time in the Homdel backfield.
Again, they tried to go with the screen, Craig, just as New Brunswick did, and they didn't get their receiver. Sir Luco didn't get it to number 36, Tom Dexter. And like you said, though, that defensive end, John Murphy for South River, has been putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Murphy, the 5'11" senior defensive end, continues to impress. 3rd and 10. Rosner and Levin are to the left, working out of the I formation. Looking to throw, incomplete. Didn't get all on that pass intended for Levin. It was running deep. The pass was really into the flat.
He had another receiver, number 41, Dwayne Lampkin. He was over the middle, too. He came on a short curl. It might have been intended for him. We really don't know where that pass was going.
So 4th and 10. Hornets forced to punt. Joe Chipkowski, Joe Drum, and Garth Smalley are back deep as Dexter set to boot it away for Homdel. Good pressure from South River. Gets it away. Looks like one of the Ram upbacks almost touched that ball. Joe Chipkowski had a notion to pick it up.
I think it hit one of the Homdale players before touched the Rams, so the ball was automatically down.
40-yard punt from Dexter. 1st and 10 South River, their first drive of the 2nd half. Rams will work from their own 29-yard line. A penalty flag was thrown on the play. It's like they're talking to Brandon Rosser, one of the captains for Homdel. I didn't see the call. Did you, Mark? I didn't see whether there was any contact. Just they let the ball roll dead.
I didn't see any apparent call or anything out of the usual.
Now the Homdel players signaling against South River. They may boot it away or get another chance at the 1st down. Still no word from the field. Personal foul clipping against South River, so that gives the Homdel Hornets a 1st down. Costly mistake.
And no breakdown on part of the Rams, and it causes them a little setback here now. It enables Homdel to keep their drive going.
1st and 10 Hornets in Ram territory at the South River 47-yard line. Big break for Homdel. Rhett Livingston wide right. Where's number 81 to keep it on the ground? Dexter. Looks like the ball is loose. Rams signaling they have it. Believe that ball was whistled dead, or
I think the Rams got the bum end of the deal there.
Actually, very slow to relay the call to the crowd. It's difficult to, from our vantage point, to pick out what actually happened at the time. So you got 3 yards on that carry. 2nd and 7. 9:25 remaining, quarter number 3. No score. Man in motion. So Luco to throw on 2nd down over the middle. He's got a man. Number 84, Mark DeVito, 6'2", senior. Appears to have enough for the first down. First down, Homdel. That could be a costly penalty. You know it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's 7 points. It's going to be a big lead the way this game's progressing. That penalty by South River kept this Homdel drive alive. Ball's at the South River 36. Another first down for Homdel. Devine and Mendini, the setbacks for Homdel. Option by Saluco, keeps it, cuts inside. Sid Crawford there on the tackle with some help from Larry Crawford and Bill Shern.
Good play up front.
2-yard pickup by Saluco off the option. Nowicki and Shern leave the ball game. Larry Crawford come on, along with Samuels. 2nd and 8, 7:55 to play, third quarter. Again, number 81, Rhett Livingston, wide right. Mendini, left. Complete for another first down to number 83, Brandon Rosser. Short passes, simple, but they're effective.
That's been killing the Rams, that short pop pass. Slant right over the middle on 3 steps and pop. The defense is going to have to make an adjustment.
Another first down for the Hornets, now at the South River 23-yard line. Best drive of the ball game thus far for Homdel. Saluco keeps it on the ground. Dexter loses control. Ball is loose. And South River has it. So a game of mistakes. The Hornets driving. Dexter coughs it up in that kind of a ball game.
And there was a big hole. He had a good gain. And he just wiped it right away with that fumble, that turnover. Again, we see turnovers haunting both teams today.
Unfortunately, we don't have a replay. We couldn't see who stripped the ball that time. The Rams will take over from their own 15, 1st and 10. There's Joe Chipkowski straight up the middle. Bob Ballas checks in, replacing Craig Bailey. So both teams have had their chances, Mark, deep inside each other's territory, but a turnover has killed their drive.
Again, how much can we stress it? You just got to hold on to that ball. That was just a matter of he just lost control himself. Nobody hit him, no contact.
Sadowski left, Ballas to the right. Here's Joe Chipkowski off right tackle for a couple. Brought down by Mark DeVito, 6'2" senior. So third down now for South River. 5:55 to play, third quarter, no score.
3rd and 6 on the 19-yard line.
Rams from their own 19-yard line with a 3rd and 6. Laporte back to throw. Looking deep over the middle for Sadowski. Deflected, incomplete. Ryan almost had a shot. Looks like it was deflected by 15 Scott Geisler. It's not the first time the Laporte has thrown deep over the middle on the fly.
The pass was there. Ron had his 2 men beat. just off the fingertips. The ball just hit the ground.
So 4th down, Craig Bailey set to boot it away. Number 32 back deep for Homdel, John Mandini. Waiting at midfield. Some confusion on the South River side. They want a timeout. Let's take a break. 5:32 to play, 3rd quarter. No score. Go. Craig Bailey set to boot it away. Line drive kick. Mandini lets it roll deep in the Rams territory. Picks it up at his own 40. Cuts inside and tripped up at midfield. So 1st and 10, Homdel at the South River, called the 49-yard line. Dexter and Mandini, backfield for Homdel. Give to Dexter off left side, about 7 yards. Sid Crawford making the tackle.
It's interesting, Craig. Most teams are running right at Sid Crawford this year. He's the big man on the line, and they're just going right for him.
4.5 to play, 3rd quarter, still no score. 2nd and 4 for Homdel. Dexter off right tackle this time. Paul Barklow in on the tackle. So a 3rd and a long 2.
Sneak it if it's there, partner. Sneak it if it's there.
So Luco calling signals, keeps it on the ground. Dexter once again has the 1st down. Up to about the Ram 37-yard line. Homdel office driving on the Ram.
Just running dives up the middle, basic blocking, and they're beating the Rams on the line of scrimmage and getting the yardage.
So 1st and 10, Homdel at the South River 36-yard line. 3:15 to play, 3rd quarter. And Mandini is left. Dexter lone setback. Fake to Dexter. Looking to throw deep. Touchdown! 36 yards. Scoring strike to Tom Dexter. 6-0 Homdel. The Hornets get on the board. 36-yard scoring strike. Luco to Mandini. Luco, the quarterback, will try the extra point. The kick is up. No good. Wide to the left. Let's take a break. 3 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. 6-0 Hornets. So Tom Saluco kicking off, taken by the up back. Guard Smalley cuts to the right side of the field. Now cutting back inside. Across the 20, up to about the 24-yard line. The Rams will start this drive 1st and 10. Rams trailing 6-0. Of course, the extra point try by Sir Luco fell. With Rams having trouble generating any offense.
It's a controversial call, Craig. Homdel players and coaches were arguing, and ball looked like it didn't. You called it good, so that might come back to haunt them. But then looking back, what if South River had the field goal? Still, it would only be 6-3. That field goal try really is just.
If you have a high-powered offense, that extra field goal is nice, but the Rams' points, the exception of the Spotswood game, have not scored a lot of points. Here's Joe Chipkowski off left side, still going, won't give up. Finally wrestled down by number 84, Mark DeVito. And Rams are passing today, going deep instead of the short slants to Sadowski.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe they've been going for broke too much. Their offense, so again, they looked good in that after that first, the second possession, I believe, they were moving the ball.
2nd and 8, pickup of 2 by Chipkowski. Here's Joe Chipkowski once again over the middle. Maybe a yard. Third quarter winding down, 1:40 to play. Hornets able to break this deadlock, now lead 6-0. That's the Luco extra point. At first looked like it drilled it through the uprights, and the officials.
We're not, he has the best viewpoint, so you're going to have to take his
What's
word.
that far goalpost? I've been saying, looks slanted to me. It looks like he's tipped to one side. Third down, Laporte's going to have to throw. Under pressure, lets it fly. It's complete to Mike Dean. He's going to be, looks to be short of the first down by a yard. Brought down by Tom Dexter. And the Ram punting unit has come on. That time, Dean not able to get past the first down marker.
Number 40 was right there for Homdel.
Mike Gerbolino has had a good ball game.
We've been mentioning his hard name to pronounce often.
The number 32, John Mendini, who caught the touchdown pass. This is his 9th touchdown on the year. So Craig Bailey to boot it away from South River. High boot from Craig. Fair catch called by Mendy. Fumble, and I think South River has it. It is Ram ball. Costly mistake.
And that's all they need, a spark. Gets the fans up for South River.
And that's the Homdel assistant coach yelling from the press box. The Rams, excellent field position at the Hornet 39-yard line. They want a timeout. Let's take a break. You're watching South River TV 35, your source for South River sports. Take a break. Laporte on the bootleg. 5-yard pickup. Should be the final play of the third quarter winding down. That'll do it. The score after 3. Homdel 6, South River nothing. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in just a moment. Craig Scuppalong and Mark Gregory. First player of the fourth quarter as guard Smalley goes in motion. 2nd and 7. Pitch right side. Joe Chipkowski tries to break the outside. Has the first down and more. Across the 30 up to about the 26-yard line. That fumble recovery could be the jolt the Rams need.
That's right. That could be the break to open the door here. And again, they get that extra point, and they're up by 1 point.
So 1st and 10, ball just inside the 25-yard line. Craig Bailey is wide left. That time, Homdel jumping offside, so another break for South River. Rams getting a host of opportunities here.
Just mental breakdowns on the part of Homdel.
Something we always mention, that missed extra point somehow always comes back to haunt you.
It does. And in this case, it might be in favor for the Rams. this year they haven't had much trouble because Mike's been, you know, he's got a good foot.
We're half minute in, fourth quarter. Rams trying to get on the scoreboard, down 6-0. Now pitch left side, Joe Chipkowski cutting inside. Nice hit by number 80, Tim Heffernan, 6-foot senior. About a 2-yard pickup. Call it 2nd and 3. Craig Bailey comes on, replacing Bob Ballast. Send Bailey wide right, Sadowski to the left. Joe Chipkowski straight up the middle has the first down. Joe brought down by number 45. Scott Cannon, 6-foot sophomore. Ball's at the 12-yard line, 1st and 10 Rams. 10:25 to play in the ball game. High check and Joe Chipkowski in that Ram backfield. Guard Smalley in motion. Pitch left side, Joe Chipkowski has some blocking. Knocked out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. 7-yard pickup, but 2nd and 3. And Joe Chipkowski has really come on here in the second half. Had a bit of a quiet first half. Rams, a whole assortment of different plays, going deep a number of times.
He's been getting good blocking, that's the key.
2nd down for South River. Straight ahead, Chipkowski. Tim Heffernan wants to get on the stop. The Ram philosophy would be here, Mark. They're at the 4-yard line. Maybe a pass here, or just keep it on the ground with Chipkowski?
I would keep it on the ground. They've been having their success in this drive on the ground, so stay with what's working.
Oh, 3rd and a long 2. Here's Chipkowski off the left side, breaks a tackle, dropped for a loss. Scott Geisler on the stop. Rams with pretty much the basic plays there.
So now they're forced with 4th, and they need the touchdown. Now they have to go.
Bill Shatari coming on the field, wants a timeout. Let's take a break. 8:38 to play in the game. The Hornets on top, 6-0. Rams with a 4th and 3.
Critical play.
At the 5-yard line, Laporte to throw, under pressure, rolls to his right, looks to the end zone. Touchdown! Joe Chipkowski, 4-yard scoring strike. We're tied at 6.
That was just effort on the team's part. Went to their resources. Laporte just scrambling. Chipkowski got open.
He did a real nice job finding his open receiver then.
This could be the big ball play of the ball game. Dean holding for Mike Laporte. So Luco missed that extra point. Low snap, picked up by Laporte. Throwing into the end zone, incomplete. So we're tied at 6. That breaks your heart.
They'll find some way, Craig. South River just spawn on hard luck.
I know it's cold, Mark, but that snap was pitiful.
The snap was the problem.
I think the last 2 seasons, maybe to sum it up, the Rams have had some talent, but those intangibles, just not there. The Rams in the 4th quarter have just collapsed.
Exactly. They haven't had that little extra to give them the edge because that's all they would have needed. the difference, I mean, add it all up, about 20 points the whole season. I mean, they could have been 6-1, 7-0.
Rams unable to convert. That's the breaks of the game. Still plenty of time to play. 8:30. We're tied at 6. John Mendini back deep as appears that Sid Crawford's going to kick it away. And the Rams go from such brilliance to just ineptitude in seconds. Find themselves tied. Sid Crawford set the kick off. Line drive kick. Rolls out of bounds. They'll have to do it again. I think when you look at the season, Mark, the Rams have no one to blame but themselves.
Exactly right. You know, they have, every game they've had the game in their grasp till the last quarter.
This time Sid Crawford will have to boot it away from his own 35. It's going to give Homdel a chance at better field position. So Mendini, the back waiting at his own 20. Here's the boot from Sid Crawford. That time taken by Mendini, falls down at the 10-yard line. They didn't rule him down. Got a break there. It's neat. But Sid Crawford redeems himself.
Nice kick, and the field looked a little slick out there. The middle kind of chewed up.
An injured Ram and Todd Check. So Sid really boomed out one after the previous kick rolled out of bounds. So you see Robert Young attending to sophomore Todd Check. Look, he twisted his ankle on that play. Mark mentioned the field appears a little slippery as it gets colder and that moisture. That's just so disheartening, I guess, if you're a South River Ram fan. It's a simple extra point try. Rams can't convert. We're tied at 6.
You might see a 6-6 ball game, Craig, in the end.
Looks like trainer Robert Young working on that left ankle of Check. Walking off the field. So Homdel will start this drive 1st and 10 at their own 17. $8:20 to play in the 4th quarter. Todd Levin is wide right. So Luke on a throw on 1st down, nearly intercepted. Nice coverage there by Bob Ballas and guard Smalley. So a 2nd and 10 now for the Hornets of Homdel. 8:01 to play, 4th quarter. The Rams secondary now, Tom Eicher, Art Diem, and Bob Ballas. Todd Levin is wide right. The number 21, Kevin Sergio, to the left. Saluco again to throw, pumping. Firing over the middle for Sergio. Intercepted by Bob Ballas. Still going, wrestled down at the 25-yard line. So senior Bob Vallis, a big interception, his first on the year.
Kind of redeems himself from before giving up the touchdown. So Rams get another, excuse me, another break. Let's see if they can capitalize.
A class ring, a South River class ring has been lost. It has been returned with the owner of a class ring from South River. Please report.
So 1st and 10 Rams, the Hornets 25-yard line, 7:30 remaining fourth quarter. See if the Rams can convert on that Homdel turnover. Sadowski wide left, Lepore rolls out on first down, runs with it, sidesteps a couple tackles. It's about 3 yards. Oh, a gain of 3. Call it second and a long 6. 6:55 to play in the ball game. Craig Bailey is wide right. Mike Lepore again on that same rollout play, able to scamper out of bounds. Pushed out by Tom Saluco, defensive back. But Mike Lepore, the main man now for South River. The 3rd and 2 for South River. Both at the 17-yard line of Homdel. Pitch left side. Joe Chipkowski, penalty flag. Bad time for a penalty if it's against South River.
It's going to go against South River. It's going to
Again, South River fans.
stop their drive.
Class ring has been found.
Rams just seem to have a way of doing themselves in. Drive looking well. Here a field goal would loom big. With just 6:35 to play.
Thank you.
What can we say? I said it earlier that they just find a way.
So look at the officials and the Homdel defense. Walking it off against South River. Ball back. To the 30-yard line. A block below the knees. Crackback block.
3rd and 15.
Rams now at a 3rd and 15. Pitch right side. Joe Chipkowski has some blocking. Cutting inside. Still going. Very close to the first down. Fourth down. Rams maybe about half a yard shy. Big play here, Mark. Joe Chipkowski scampering for 14.
Play the game coming up.
Fourth and half a yard. Left side, Joe Chipkowski does not look like he's got it. Very important where they spot the ball. It'll be Homdel ball. Picture tells the story.
That's the deal. South River just not converting, not getting that effort.
It's just typical of the Rams' bad luck. Joe Chipkowski made a great run, but was just a half a yard shy of the first down. Couldn't get the first down. With a 4.5 yard, they can't convert.
Then that just proves that they're just not really not meant to be for South River tonight.
Bill Shern, late arrival on the field, first down. Saluco on the option. Nice play there by Tom Eicher coming up, tripping him up.
So now, if the Rams, they get a chance here, the field goal will come in handy now here, late in the game.
Not much time left, 4:50 remaining. Second and 8 for Homdel. South River 21-yard line, working out of the eye. Give the Mendini, has the first down. Ball is stripped loose. Homdel players say they have it. It is Homdel ball.
Eicher did a smart thing there. He tackled the ball, caused the fumble, and the Rams couldn't capitalize.
So first and 10 Homdel at their own 42-yard line. 4:15 remaining in the ball game.
Last-minute defeat, Greg.
What can you say? The Rams have killed themselves this year. Nobody to blame but themselves. That extra point, crucial. They couldn't get the 4.5 yards. Rams just digging their own hole. Mix up in the Homdel backfield. First and 10. Saluka on the keeper for a yard. What does a busted play look like?
Nothing happening. I think the quarterback did the smart thing. It was a mix-up, decided just to take it himself. Either that or he was audible.
Gain of a yard. We'll call second and a long 9. 3:25 to play in the ball game. Rams 6, Hornets 6. Both clubs mixing that extra point try. Number 87, Todd Levin, is wide right. Saluko back in the pocket, fires over the middle, through the hands of Brandon Rosser. Pass was right there, couldn't hold on. Stops the clock with 3:07. Here's another big play of the ball game. Rams stop him here, get the ball back with about 3 minutes to play.
Like we said before, the field goal could come in handy.
The number 84, Mark DeVito, is checked in the lineup, replacing Tim Heffernan, number 80. Big play here, 3rd and 8. Saluko off the option, decides to take it, has the first down and more. Finally wrestled down by Todd Check at the South River 38-yard line. He wanted it, he got it.
And that's something the Rams didn't do. They didn't want it back there.
Homdel timeout, stops the clock at 2:59. Let's take a break. First and 10, Homdel at the Ram 38-yard line. Saluko off the option left side, cutting inside, met there by John Murphy. John Murphy, a solid ball game, couple of yards for Saluko. A rushing play keeps the clock going. 2:45 to play in the ball game.
You never know. Homdel might get down and try a field goal. They might have that up their sleeve.
Saluko had a powerful foot. He missed the extra point, but he really drilled it. Gain of a yard, second and a long 9, 2:25 to play. Saluko back to throw. Decides to run with it. Close to the first down, wrestled down at about the 30 by Larry Samuels. Looks to be about a yard, maybe 2 yards shy of the first. Ball's at the 30. 3rd and 2. Under 2 minutes to play. So 3rd and 2, big play here. 1:48 remaining. Homdel out of the eye, keep it on the ground, and they get it. Ball is loose, but I think they ruled him dead. That time, Mike Guerrolino has the first down. He's hurt South River. He's had a good ball game. Big test for the Ram defense. So reminiscent of Metuchen, of Highland Park, of New Brunswick. Next Thanksgiving, we'll say Homdel. Ball's at the 26-yard line. Ram defense has to come up big here. just to get away with a tie. Minute 25 to go in the ball game. Saluko back to throw on first down. Deflected by Joe Chipkowski, intended receiver.
Second-hand pattern. The tight end went out, did an out, sort of a V out. They wanted to get the power left. It was sort of a play option.
That was intended for Brandon Rosser. About 4 Rams around him. Stops the clock at a minute 19. Larry Crawford has come off the field. Second and 10 for Homdel. Saluko again on that option, has a notion to pitch off. He does. John Mandini knocked out of bounds by Sid Crawford at the 13-yard line. Minute 12 to play. Another first down for the Hornet offense. Crowd coming to life here at Homdel. Larry Crawford comes on, replacing Dennis Nowicki. Dexter Mandini, the backfield for Homdel. The Ram 14. Pitch to Mandini, tries to cut inside, but Joe Chipkowski's right there. We're under a minute here in the fourth quarter. See if Greg Simmons is playing for the field goal. Now just 50 seconds remaining. Backs are split with 45 seconds to play. So Luca on the action gives to Dexter. Brings it down to about the 5-yard line. Homdel finally takes a timeout, stops the clock with 36 seconds. So big play here for Homdel. 3rd and 1 at the South River 5-yard line. Just 36 seconds to play. Saluko will try the extra point. Geisler will hold. Saluko missed an extra point earlier. The snap, the kick is up. It is blocked. Ball is loose. Picked up by Geisler. Incomplete, and the Ram defense comes up big with 28 seconds to play.
And what else? I mean, each team is giving the other team. It's still Homdel ball.
That's right, it's 4th down. The Ram offense came on the field. I don't think the Rams have enough players right now. They're going to try another extra point try. All sorts of confusion. Timeout, South River, 28 seconds. We'll be right back. And again, guys, we're a hole. Ball's placed down. It's blocked again by Todd Check. Mandini knocked out of bounds. I think Check got it before, too. Incredible. So now 21 seconds. Now they're contesting if they got the first down. It'll be South River ball. So 1st and 10 Rams. We've seen some bizarre fourth quarters. Ball's at the 5-yard line. What do you do now if you're Bill Shateri?
Throw it deep. 3 guys to the right and go for the old Minnesota tip.
I didn't on the first field goal try. I didn't see it, but apparently Todd Check got them both. I know he definitely got the second one. So 21 seconds to go. 1st and 10 Rams from their own 5-yard line. It's Dean, Guard Smalley to the right. Ron Sadowski left. Complete the Dean, looking deep. For Joe Chipkowski, incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
Stops the clock with 15 seconds.
2nd and 10 on the 5-yard line.
Mike Dean's got a strong arm. Rams get another go at it.
Thank you to our fans who came out and braved the weather this evening. Please come to our last game of the season against the Red Raiders of Keyport.
Rams one more game, Saturday on Thanksgiving. Homdel will finish the season with Keyport. 15 seconds to play. Ron Sadowski right. Guard Smalley. Rob Ballas. Laporte rolling out. Runs with it. Does not get out of bounds, so that'll do it. Rams and Hornets play to a 6-6 tie. We'll be back with a wrap-up in just a moment.